When Jehu was anointed king, okay, to Jezebel and Ahab and Jeremiah and all these people, it would look like treason. It would look like a coup d'etat. You know, it would look all like all these things. But actually, to God, it was not, because God had given him that position by divine instruction. He anointed, he appointed him. It was clear, it's something that he needed him to do. So in God's eyes, and this way you need to see the clear distinction between the two, because in human eyes, it will look like a coup, okay? It will look like a takeover, you know, from their point of view, but from God's point of view, it wasn't. It's something that God needed him to do a thing. So I want to put that clearly in that distinction as well. But right here, we're going to start with 2 Kings chapter 9, verse 30. And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face and tied her head and looked out the window. And Jehu entered into the gate, and she said, have Zimri peace, who slew his master. So I want to stop right there. I know a lot of times people look at the fact and say that Jezebel, you know, she put on makeup to entice him. That's not what happened. What God has showed me is that you got to understand, by this time, Jehu didn't kill everybody. She didn't kill their son, everybody. Ahab, everything. Okay. So when Jehu came there and she heard of it, she painted her face, not makeup, with war paint. Have you ever seen what war paint looks like? You pull back your hair and everything and tied it. It reminded me, God literally showed me back in the day what we used to do when we get ready to fight. We used to put Vaseline on our face. Okay. We used to put on Vaseline. People who know, you get it. Because when you put on Vaseline, somebody hit you, it's going to slip. So you put on Vaseline and tie your hair back. That is common in anything, but that was called war paint. If you know, different people, different cultures use war paint as a sign of war, okay? That is not a makeup. That is none of those things. That is not what's going on. She was not trying to entice him, okay? She wanted to get rid of him. This woman was seeing blood, I guarantee you, by that time, okay? So after then, she said, and he lifted up his face to the window and said, who is on my side? Who? And there looked down out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, throw her down. So they threw her down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and the horses, and he trod underfoot. So Jehu, the only thing he said when he came into town, he rode in, he said, who is on my side? Who? And the very people close to her is who threw her down to her death. That's the way how it is. When it comes to anything, it's not only biblical, but also history. Many people who have got taken down was taken down by the very people in their own camp. That's just the way how it is. I don't care if you're with God. Usually there's people within that's close to you that tries to take you down. And it's no different than people who are